It's time for another What's Us build editor video. Aiming system is one of the most complicated systems in Mafia City, and that's the topic for this video. In Mafia City, we want to check for enemies only when the player has stopped moving. For that, we'll use on-touch start and on-touch end outputs in the joystick and send the information to aim system behavior using check for enemies interface. Here, once the player stops moving, we enable a loop that executes every 0.1 seconds. This loop first clears the list of all objects and then executes Physics Query node that checks if there are enemies, objects in the red object group, around the player. All enemies get added to the list, and after that, the list is ordered so that the enemy closest to the player is at index 0. Next, we start a loop that goes over all enemies in the list and checks if the player can see that enemy. To check if the player sees the enemy, we use a Raycast node. Once the Raycast hits the enemy, we rotate the player towards it, activate crosshair, and set the player action to shoot. We also pass the shoot target to the weapon manager behavior using weapon control interface. In the weapon manager, action is used to set the correct animation, and the shoot target passes the target enemy object to the spawner and activates a firing loop. We also pass the weapon damage to the spawn projectile using set projectile interface. Animation, firing speed, projectile spawn, and projectile damage depend on the weapon that the player has equipped. Weapon system will be covered in more detail in a future video, and it's going to be a big one. In the next one, we'll go over the win and lose states. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.